Welcome back. The October issue of Metroparent Magazine has some great features, pets and allergies, what you can do about it, and allergy-friendly suggestions for other types of pets, plus great fall farm activities in southeastern Wisconsin, from pumpkin and apple picking to hay rides and corn mazes. That all sounds so fun. And today the magazine's editor is here with a guide to this month's features.
Yeah, please welcome Amy Schwabe. She's a wife, mother of two, and everyone in her family but her has allergies. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
Let's talk about allergies, because I think this is a big issue for a lot of people, especially if they have a pet, if they want to get a pet. Talk a little bit about, obviously the reason you thought about this is because it affects your family.
Yeah, it does. Actually, my sister, she's pretty much anaphylactic to dogs and cats. So growing up, we always knew if anybody has an animal, we just can't go by them. And everybody was always telling her, oh, well, we have, a hypoallergenic pet or something. And I talked to an allergist and a vet, and they both pretty much said, no, there's really no such thing.
Right, because people say, well, if it has hair versus fur or less, but it's the dander. It has nothing to do with the hair, correct?
Right. If it does have hair or fur, it's more likely that the dander will get in the air. So the suggestions are, if you do have a pet, kind of just like something that can be contained is better, because then the dander won't get in the air as much. So like smaller animals, like hamsters, guinea pigs, something like that. Yeah.
Rabbits.
You might possibly. I mean, they said you can be allergic to anything, so you kind of have to test it out and see. But
yeah, and that too is your suggestions about some smaller animals that maybe can be contained could be good options for people, depending on the severity of the allergy, probably.
Yeah, and the allergist that I talked to did say that some people are okay with just living with it if they have more minor symptoms, but somebody who would have asthma or maybe more chronic conditions like sinus infections should probably just steer clear of whatever they're allergic to.
Yeah, because a lot of times even the shots don't necessarily help, and a lot of people don't want to have to do that too. So what about the fact that pets really teach compassion, I think, for children, and a lot of parents and families want to have a companion in their family as a member. So what can you do? Reptiles? Encourage them to get out and play with bugs?
That's what I do in my family. My nephew, his mom is my sister who has the allergies, they actually have a gecko. And there's a cool factor there too. I mean, you have like a snake, a lizard. That's cool. And my kids, I'm always like, get out there, get lightning bugs. We always have in the summer we have caterpillars, and we watch them turn into butterflies, stuff like that. I mean,
that's fun. It's still a living thing, and it's something that kids, there's a responsibility to care for it. And I still think it's wonderful, even if it's a smaller animal or a gecko or something like that. Let's transition a little bit to all the great fall fun options. A lot going on. We mentioned some of it, wagon rides and pumpkin and apple picking.
Yeah, I think one of the great things about Southeast Wisconsin is it's really there's stuff everywhere, and it's really kind of customizable to your family. Like if you're really into lots of activities and crowds and things like that, go to Elegant Farmer or one of the bigger places. But then there's also a lot of just like family-owned farms just down the street, where if you just want kind of a laid-back apple picking or pumpkin picking, you can go there too.
Yeah, and it is so much fun this time of year to get out and do that. I went pumpkin picking the other weekend, and it was just, there was really cool setups and things to see and activities for the kids and hay rides, and it kind of brings you back to your childhood, and I think connects you with just this time of year, the fall and the harvest.
Yeah.
And that shot that we had there, I have a picture of it too. This is your fall farm guide. So if people go to your website, they can find all the different apple barns and places to do wagon rides, floral markets, petting farms, pumpkin farms, a little bit of everything, and you can kind of figure out when their hours are, what it costs, and what you can do there.
Yep. And there's also in our calendar, I couldn't fit everything in the print edition of all of the just fall events that are going on. So there's a longer guide to that online too.
It's wonderful. Metroparentmagazine.com is where you can find all of that and the latest issue, as well as the articles we talked about pets and allergies. Thanks for being here, Amy.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.